what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Malik, the Cool Brother, and you're now tuning into the Cool Podcast. And my special guest for this afternoon, I got a pleasure of connecting with this gentleman via Facebook. He's in the movies and films. He does his own films. He gave me an example of his films via inbox. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you my special guest for this afternoon, Mr. Julian Rubin. Welcome to the podcast, my man.
Thank you so much. Really happy to be here.
No doubt. Pleasure is all mine. So won't you tell the listeners what you do and what you're about?
So I'm an aspiring writer and film director. I
Okay.
just my schooling at University of Iowa, and I was a screenwriting major, and I'm a Pittsburgh native, so I came back here, and since then I've just been trying to do my own thing, and I'm working on a short film right now. It's supposed to come out next year, and it's
Okay.
going well.
Nice, nice. And what is the name of that short film?
The full name is Plague House, a Redview mystery.
Okay.
Just Plague House for short.
Nice, nice. And what inspired you to get into films and become a film director and screenwriter?
I always loved movies growing up, and I always like reading, writing. I always wrote stories, but
Mm-hmm.
then later on that my movies were just perfect for the screen. Like I wanted them to
Uh-huh.
have music. I would write them as books, but I just imagined them like on the screen, colors, music. They were just perfect for that. And then when I found out there was a screenwriting major, that was
Mm-hmm.
perfect.
Nice, nice. And my next question is, what was your favorite movies growing up?
Growing up, the first movie I ever saw was The Polar Express. I saw that at the Science Center in
Mm-hmm.
IMAX. So that definitely was awesome. And then I really like the Harry Potter movies.
Yeah.
I remember when like Deathly Hallows came out, like the last two. I remember seeing Deathly Hallows Part One. That
Mm-hmm.
was awesome. And like Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit. Um, yeah, tons of stuff. That I like Disney, like all the Pixar movies.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I like everything.
Nice, nice. And what's your favorite Disney Pixar movie
Um,
that you like that you can watch over and over again and never get tired of watching?
Honestly, I'm gonna have to say Toy Story 3. That one is just
Okay.
like there's so much action and darkness for like a kids movie, and like so much character. It's just awesome. That one's crazy.
Mm, nice. And my next question is, I remember you telling me that are you currently looking for actors to be in your next film?
I'm always looking for actors. This current one I'm really locked into right now, and that'll come out in February. And I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do next. I'm applying to schools in LA, so I'm not sure where I'm gonna be next year. But I'm always looking for actors or collaborators, and I have a lot of friends who like films. So even if there's not a place for you in my film, I'm sure I could find a project.
Okay. Got you. Because I'm definitely interested. I know we talked via inbox
Yeah,
about
for sure. Yeah.
you looking for extras or actors, and I'm definitely interested. And I know you mentioned that you was on set for How to Rob the Bank, correct?
Yep, I was a location assistant for 1 week on that.
Okay, nice. And how was that experience?
It was honestly mind blowing. Like it felt so like I did not think that quickly out of college I would be on like an actual movie set.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that was awesome. But overall, it did make me realize that it's more productive for me to make my own stuff than it is for me to do like little tasks on the side of someone else's movie because they have enough people who want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And the most productive thing for me to do was just to be in charge of my own project. Like what I really want to do is be in charge of the production. So helping out was cool for the one time, but
Yeah.
so much more productive and like empowering to just like with people that I know, my friends, make my own script and movie.
Yeah. No question, no question. So was it difficult for you to find actors that help find actors and actresses to help you with your vision?
It is hard. That's actually one of the hardest parts, and a lot of the time I go for my friends, which is
Mm-hmm.
cool, but it's hard to work with your friends. So the good balance that I found for this time was actually my older brother. He's a musician,
Mm-hmm.
um, has a really artistic friend group, and when I made the audition post for this film, I just said looking for actors in Pittsburgh. A few of them responded, and I realized basing it around his group, like if I cast a few different people from his friend group, they'd already know each other, and a few others who lived in the house that they all share, like wanted to help with cinematography and directing, and just basing it there ended up being a really good decision.
Nice, nice. And with your older brother being a musician, I'm pretty sure you're gonna hire him like for the music for your future movies, correct? Or
I
I'm
would like.
assuming.
He does a lot of different stuff. He does like noise music, some shoegaze stuff. His band Service Broadcast is really good, and they perform a lot. But I'm sure I would love to have him write some music for the movies. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm still looking for more people to do that, to be honest, because he's pretty busy. His stuff is a lot of lyrical, different kind of stuff than what I put in the movies. So I'm always looking for people to do that. A couple of my friends are writing songs for the new movie, but just to avoid copyright, I'm always looking for people to help with that.
Got you, got you. And now how many movies that you did thus far in your career, or films that you did thus far?
Films that I really consider a part of my career. This is going to be my second one. These are films that I made like after college, after some amount of college,
Mm-hmm.
and this is only the second one. I did make a lot of films. Like anyone I went to middle school with would tell you I was like making a film in eighth grade, and took a break in high school. But like when I was growing up, I did make movies. But this is the second real one that I consider part of my career.
Okay, nice, nice. Now, have you shown these films to other people? What did they have to say about it if you did?
I always show them to people when they're interested. People seem to like it.
Mm-hmm.
Some When I made my first film, Turmoil, I was still in school, and there was some like there's a bit more tension when you show like your classmates.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bit of like competitiveness to it. So I remember like it sort of started some arguments I didn't even mean to start when I would show it and like try to compare it to like people's in like college. But when I show my friends, it seems like they really respond to it well. And
That's good.
yeah,
Okay, nice, nice. And when you do your films, your short films, what how long does it take? Like, does it take a whole entire day, like overnight, or
to
how
make
does it take?
like the first one, Turmoil, that took like a whole summer, so like 3 months.
Okay.
Um, this one is gonna take a bit longer, I think. Like we've got a good amount of it filmed, but still less than half. And just with like holiday schedules and it being in the winter time, and also last time I was doing it in the summer between school years, so I had that restriction. Now there's no restriction really, so this one we're pacing a little slower, but I think it's just gonna make it the final product even better.
Okay. Nice, nice. And you mentioned turmoil. Now, what is that about? Like turmoil? What's the
Um,
premise of that?
so that one's sort of Stand by Me inspired. It's like three
Okay.
guys who are just finishing high school.
Mm-hmm.
Is going in a weird direction, and the second guy is concerned about that. The third guy, it's like nothing to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
We can be friends, and it's just the tension that comes out of that. So a bit of a simpler story than the one I'm doing now, but I really enjoyed that. I'm still proud of that.
Nice, nice. And by the way, Stand by Me, that's a classic film, by the way, very classic film.
So,
Yes indeed, for sure. And Turmoil, can anybody check that out if they in case they want to see it?
yeah, that's on YouTube. Fully in Films, and I have a couple other little videos on there, and then the
Okay.
trailer for my new film, and the new film will be on there around February or March too.
All right. Yeah, and what's the name of the page? What's the name of the
Um,
page?
it's Fully in Films, so like Fool,
Uh-huh.
FOOL, then just like Fooling, like my name.
Okay. Oh,
Ian.
okay, got you, got you. Okay.
Yep, and then
All right.
film.
Okay, all right, cool. I'm gonna check that out. Follow the page on YouTube. Check out your movies, my man. Because I know you gave me an example of a film, a clip of a movie that you sent me via inbox, and I was
Yep.
definitely Interesting. Definitely impressed by it. So, and where was the location of that? That you sent me via inbox? Because it
Um,
looks familiar.
so there was a few different locations. I think what I sent you was a sneak peek of my upcoming film, Plague
Mm,
House,
okay.
um, and mainly Duck Hollow and Somerset.
Okay. Gotcha.
There's
Okay.
this Somerset. There's this really, it's like raised up above the rest of the city. It's sort of between Squirrel Hill and like Hazelwood.
Okay.
It's yeah, it's raised up, and there's a really nice mountain view, and I loved that shot. Like my cinematographer, I met a cinematographer actually at the park shortly before filming. Didn't know him before, but
Mm-hmm.
he's been really helpful, and he got that shot. And,
Nice. Nice. Yeah, I definitely want to check that out. Once it gets fully finished, I definitely want to check that
yep,
out. I want to show support. Because
thank
I'm
you.
no problem, no problem. I love supporting talented, creative, innovative artists, people such as yourself. I'm a huge supporter because I'm originally from Philly. I moved up here since 20. I've been up here since 2012, and
Oh,
I
okay.
came I came in contact with talented, dope people such as yourself since I've been up here, and I always love to support genuinely supporting people such as yourself, and I just want to see
Yeah.
y'all win and do good in
Hmm.
your endeavors in your field of talents.
Thank you. Yeah, I can tell from your page that you were just like a really like positive guy,
Yeah.
and yeah, that's why I felt comfortable reaching out because you just like have a good vibe.
Thank you, my man. Thank you, my man. So when you now you said you want to you said you was thinking about moving out to LA, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
So I also have written a couple feature films,
Okay. Uh-huh.
um, and those are just like really ambitious ones that I would need so much more resources and actors and everything. But I'm hoping to
Yeah.
go to grad school in LA and maybe meet some people out there and really start making some ambitious projects.
Yeah, no question, no question. So, my next question is, who would you like to work with, like a famous actor, actresses that you would love to work with one day in the years to come?
One of them is Kid Cudi.
Okay.
He's like more known as a singer, but he's
Hmm.
been rapping. I mean, acting recently. For a few years now. Like I really liked him in the show on HBO, We Are Who We Are.
Hmm.
And some other stuff. He's been in quite a few things now, and I have this idea for a movie where he'd be the villain, and I think he'd just like bring really good energy to that role.
Nice, nice. Yeah, Kid Cutie. Yeah, I definitely familiar with his work. I know he used to be affiliated with Kanye West, I believe. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Okay, got you. Yeah,
it might
yeah,
have in that relationship. I'm not sure.
yeah, yeah. I definitely am familiar with his work. So, what about an actress that you would like to work with down the road?
Um, one that I love is Toni Collette.
Hmm.
I loved her in like Hereditary. The new recent show on Netflix, Wayward,
Hmm.
amazing in that, and a ton of things. Like everything I see her in is amazing movies, amazing performance from her.
Okay. Now she's British, if I'm not mistaken. Correct?
I think so, but she always plays Americans, even though she's either British or Australian. But she like I never knew that. And I'd seen like a bunch of movies with her, and I saw an interview, and I was like, oh, like never knew the accent.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Good choices. Good choices.
Thank you.
No problem. No problem. So, do you what you think about like my next question is what you think about the Marvel movies and the DC comic movies? Do you think those movies are repetitive as far as like the premise is concerned? Do you think is they overexposing it, they overdoing it? What's your take on that? Or are you a fan of those type of movies?
Overall, I'm more on the side that they're overdoing it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think like Infinity War Endgame was
Mm-hmm.
cool. They probably should have ended it there. I think everything after that has been kind of overkill. Like, and I like. There's a couple things here. Like, I'm not like a full on hater of it all, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just not my cup of tea. Like, I think there's a lot of new horror movies coming out that are really good. I think when it comes to superhero stuff, I thought the Joker movies were pretty solid.
Yeah.
Um, but overall, like I'm more on the side of horror, drama, thriller type of thing.
Okay. Got you. And you
And
mentioned, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
oh, no, I was just gonna say, yeah, I overall I don't really see Marvel movies anymore. I'm kind of done.
Okay. Got you. And you mentioned the Joker movies. Now, who's your favorite Joker of all time?
Um, well, I'm just a big fan of Joaquin Phoenix, the actor. Like
Yeah.
I, it's kind of hard for me to say if he's the best Joker because I don't think I've seen them all.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but he's an amazing actor, and I also know the Joker, like his Joker, is like almost a whole other character from most of the others.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's just an amazing actor, and he's got to be my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely an amazing actor. He definitely convinced me as the Joker, because he was a sick individual in that film,
Right.
for sure. You
And
know,
I
yeah.
I love like the director Ari Aster. His film Beau is Afraid also has Joaquin Phoenix, and
Hmm.
he's just an amazing actor and everything.
Well, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Shout out to him. Very talented actor for sure. Very talented actor.
Uh
Now you
huh.
say, now you say you are a fan of thriller and horror movies. Now with the horror genre, do you think they're scary still or not scary? Because to be honest with you, when I watch a horror movie, I don't think they're scary anymore. Like the old school horror movies like Friday the 13th and the Nightmare on Elm Street and Halloween, Michael Myers. I mean, what's your take on that?
I think it's harder to find stuff that's actually scary, but I think it's always still out there. You just have to know where to look. Like I
Mm-hmm.
was a fan of It. Welcome to Derry, the new show just ended last night, the season finale.
Mm-hmm.
Just and that show was actually scary for sure. Another one that I thought was scary is the Black Phone 2.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, so here and there, I'd say there are scary ones, but I totally get what you mean. I think there's just so many now, and it's hard to find the really good ones.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Definitely. Now I heard about the series Welcome to Derry. That's
Huh?
like Pennywise backstory from It, correct?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I had to check that out because I hear people talk
It's
about
fun.
it on Facebook.
Yeah. I'd say it's a lot better than the It movies. Those weren't that scary, but the show really has time
Yeah,
to get everything, and it's way scarier.
yeah, okay, yeah, I definitely gotta check that out as well. Because I hear a lot of people talking about it on Facebook, and it just sparked my curiosity, and say to myself, let me go check that out.
Let me know what you
For
think of
sure.
that. I was a big fan. Yeah.
Okay, nice. And when your in the thriller, what's your favorite thriller movie?
Let me think for a sec.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably gonna say like Ari Aster I was talking about earlier, Midsummer,
Mm-hmm.
and Beau's Afraid. Those two movies by him.
Yeah.
Plus,
Okay.
I'm a big Stanley Kubrick fan. Clockwork Orange, Full Metal Jacket. Those are some pretty crazy thrillers too.
Oh yeah. I do remember A Clockwork Orange. That was like that was made in 1971, like futuristic, and
Mhm.
they had the top hats with the cane, and one of the leader was in a futuristic world, and they were violent and all that. I definitely remember that
Yeah,
movie. That movie was crazy, man.
it was
Crazy.
fucked up, but I remember like seeing it. Like I was like coming down on acid and watching it, and I was like, "Whoa!" Like this movie's crazy.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah,
really into like Stanley Kubrick.
yeah, for sure. Full and are you a fan of Eyes Wide Shut?
That's a good one. I I think the main scene everyone's talking about, everyone like normally talks about with like the cult and the
Mm-hmm.
like the yeah, you know the scene. Like that
Oh
part is
yeah.
the rest of it honestly had me a little confused.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the whole purpose of it was I think I need to rewatch it. I remember that just the ending. I was really into it, but the ending I was just kind of felt like there needed to be more. And I know there was stuff cut out, but it's
Yeah, that
my opinion.
yeah
Yeah,
that yeah that scene with the cult and the people, having sex with each other. That was like, whoa,
and
sheesh.
it scares me because like I want to get into Hollywood, but it's like damn, like what's it gonna be like?
Right, right, for sure, for sure. And that could be happening in real life too, in real time.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's why it's scary. Yeah,
yeah,
but uh,
yeah, that could happen in real time. So when I saw that, I'm like, oh snap! What in the world? What in the world I'm watching? Insane. But yeah, that was another good movie that I liked. But yeah, he was ahead of his time with his films for sure.
definitely. 2001: A Space Odyssey is another crazy one.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what
So
are
do
some of your
you
favorite movies?
my favorite movies?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I got a bunch of them.
Top three,
Um,
maybe?
top three. Woo, man. Well, for me, with any genre, I would say one would be Saturday Night Fever with John Travolta.
Mm-hmm.
I love that movie. I can watch that movie any day of the week and never get tired of it. Two, I would say Goodfellas. Um,
Nice.
I'm a huge I'm a huge fan of Martin Scorsese,
Uh-huh.
his work. And
Yep.
three, whew, I'm gonna go with The Godfather. Yeah.
Good choices, yeah. First one, Saturday Night Fever. I love John Travolta. I've never seen that one, but actually, as a kid, one of my favorite movies was Grease growing up,
Yes,
and
that's mine too. Mine too. Yes.
I would always fight with my dad about like because he'd be like, "You can't watch this. Like, there's too much sex." But I love Grease, and so John Travolta will always have a special place in my heart. But I need to watch Saturday Night Fever.
Oh
The,
yeah.
the other two, I both of them I watched in class, like in film school, multiple
Yeah,
times. Yeah,
yeah, Grease is definitely one of my favorite films. That's another one of my favorite films, Grease. And
yeah. The
John
soundtrack, good.
Oh yeah, the soundtrack is very good with the Bee Gees and Frankie Vanelli with Grease
Hmm.
and all the songs from the movie. Born the Hand Job and
Yep.
Summer Nights and all that. And You're the One That I Want. I was actually listening to that the songs to the soundtrack like couple of months ago. But
Really,
really, really, still a classic.
I think I got it as a gift maybe when I was probably like 6 or 7 years old, and I just loved listening to it like all the time. And I think that's what got me. Like I loved old music, and it sort of influences the like older aesthetic of my movies.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely. And John Travolta is actually one of my favorite actors. Him and Denzel Washington. Those are my
Oh,
two favorite actors. Yes, them two. I love both of their works. And I
hmm,
was happy. I was happy that John Travolta made a comeback with the movie Pulp Fiction.
that was a
Like,
great movie. Yep.
absolutely, absolutely, another great movie. And I love Quentin Tarantino's movies as well. Some of his movies, but that right there, that's Pulp Fiction. That's number one as far as Quentin Tarantino's movies is concerned.
I
So,
agree. Yep. Yep.
mm,
Pulp Fiction was really good. I also thought Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was
mhm.
pretty fire. That was like the only one of his that I remember coming out and I saw in theaters, and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was into movies.
yeah, for sure, absolutely. Those are the type of movies that I can get into. And at first, when I first seen the movie Pulp Fiction, I didn't follow it, but then when I rewatch it again, I'm like, oh, okay, you
Yeah,
know,
and even
all
without following it, there's a few scenes where you just like can't look away. Like
yeah, yeah, for sure,
I think it's something
definitely.
you should watch on. Yeah, after you've seen the whole thing, it makes way more sense. I really like the nonlinear storytelling. Like almost everything I write has like at least like a couple flashbacks. Like just because that's why my stuff is better for screen than writing. Just the flashbacks, the like cinematic.
Mhm.
Uh,
Okay, yeah, no doubt, no doubt. So, my next question is, where do you see yourself in your career in the years to come with your career as a screenwriter, filmmaker, and all that good stuff?
so what I really hope like
Hmm.
is to be in charge of like my own film trilogy, horror film trilogy that I've already kind of written half of it.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I'll just kind of be able to make what I want after I sort of prove myself with that. But I know a
Yeah.
trilogy is hard. I always imagine it being Blumhouse because I know they love to make horror movies and horror sequels all the time. But
Mm-hmm.
and like hopefully I would somehow get to them through my LA grad school experience. But that's just like ambitious thinking. But we'll see.
Yeah. Speaking to existence, my man.
Yeah,
Speaking
maybe
to
they're
existence.
listening right now. I don't know.
Oh yeah, yeah. Speaking to existence for sure, man. That's what it's all about. Speaking it to existence.
Hmm.
And um, so your next films that you think about doing and putting out, are you looking for any specific characters that cast? How do you cast? Do you do auditions or?
I honestly, what I've done in the past, this is what's honestly ended up happening, is I put out a call on like social media. My
Mm-hmm.
Most of my social media is just Julian, not a Fulian, all lowercase,
Mm-hmm.
except for using Fulian films.
Mm-hmm.
But after I make the post, I usually there's a couple people that I don't know who end up responding, and then a few people that I do,
Mm-hmm.
and I usually just end up going with the people that I do know, and then kind of writing the characters around them because when I write my feature films that I want to make one day, like in the future, I have these like super specific characters in my mind. And
Mm-hmm.
when I'm writing for people that I know and films I'm actually going to make, I try to make the characters like the people, and then it just makes everything come together smoother. So
Okay.
that's why I'm partial to people. And I've also found that, so I mainly just ask for auditions when strangers are interested.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like usually they say, okay, I'll send it, and they don't. So I
Right.
usually going with people that I know, but anyone's like welcome. And I honestly don't know if when I'll be making one again, but I'm sure it'll happen.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because I'm definitely interested. Even if I had to audition, I don't mind at all.
Um,
'Cause-
now that I know you, next time I make a film in Pittsburgh, since you'll be around here, I'll try to. Since you're in my head as like someone who wants to act, I'll try to make a character that fits who you are,
okay.
and
Cool. Cool.
that's just the best way to do that, I think.
Yeah, yeah, no question. I'm definitely looking forward to it because I like to network with new people such as yourself and others, and
Yeah,
what I'm saying. And that's what it's all about: networking this year on to the next year, my man. So that's what it's all about, and making
same.
connections
Mhm.
for sure, for sure. So
Yeah.
where can the people find you or follow you at?
So, Fulian Films on YouTube. That's where the new movie's gonna drop. So like I said before, Fool, like
Mhm,
FOOL, Fully, like Fulian, Julian Films, and then
mhm,
not a Fulian. So that's just JulianNotaFoolian. That's my TikTok, my Instagram. On Instagram, I have a separate account for Plague House, the new movie. So it's just called Plague House Redview. And
mhm,
then TikTok, I post movie takes, movie rankings mainly,
mhm.
um, and plus like trailers and clips of the film. And then I have a second account where I post. It's called Liminal Hazard, and I post different like abandoned places that I visit around the city.
Okay, cool.
And you can get if you can get to all of my different pages from each page if you just like look around a little bit, but
Okay.
it's everything.
Nice, nice. And ladies and gentlemen, you can find me on Facebook. My government, Malik Long. I have a page for my podcast, The Cool Podcast with the Cool Brother. Also, you can find me on TikTok, Cool Brother number one. Also, Instagram, Cool Malik82. I deactivated that page because I'm taking a break from it. And if you want to be a guest on my podcast, ladies and gentlemen, just hit me up on those social media platforms I just mentioned. We can set it up, take it from there, and talk about whatever you want to talk about. Mr. Julian Rubin, it was a pleasure having you on. And if you want to be a guest once again, feel free to hit me up. And the pleasures was all mine, my man.
Thank you so much, Malik. Yeah, I'll be in touch about acting. Thank you, and I'll definitely follow your podcast. It was awesome.
No doubt, man. And on that note, you have a blessed day.
Thank you. You too.
All right, peace.
Peace.